Does anyone know a good plumber? I fucked up one of those stupid ritual things that everyone's doing, and now my shower is leaking. And also, there's some faceless guy in my kitchen. My landlord comes tomorrow, and he's gonna fucking kill me, especially since I also have a cat. I'm not even supposed to have pets. This all started when I was drunk messaging a girl on Tinder, and she said that the only way we could meet up was if I did this weird ritual thing where I summoned a ghost or some shit. I think she called it mea culpa or something. Actually, her exact message was, "The decaying flesh will not rest. I am the Alpha and the Omega. I have seen the burning cities consume the earth. Like the ritual instructions, our souls meet when darkness spills. Mea culpa, mea culpa, mea culpa." She was a weird chick. At least I think she was a chick. I couldn't really see her face. Her picture was a black background with two shiny dots that kind of looked like eyeballs. You can sort of see some features, but it looked like her face was gray and I couldn't really see her mouth. But she had really good skin. I wasn't about to rally for a pizza face, so... Anyways, I weighed the pros and cons between spooky rituals versus trampoline booty as best as I could on 5 shots of Patron. In my opinion, it was totally worth it. I set myself on the 3:26 a.m., but since my phone is a 2005 Motorola Razr that was dropped in the toilet several times, it went off at 4 a.m. Fuck. I decided to go through with the ritual anyway. I was also supposed to have a friend during this thing, but my bestie recently got incarcerated for selling heroin on the corner of Patterson Park and Eastern Avenue. Shout out to my main man Roscoe, we're thinking about you, big country. Anyways, I sat up and turned off my alarm, but the moment I turned it off, I drunkenly passed out again. I woke up 20 minutes later and actually got out of bed this time, stumbling around the room in the dark, because apparently you're not supposed to turn on the lights, because if you do, a ghost will pop out. Woo. I was supposed to find a candle and light it, but my hangover just made me trip over one of the several candles I had placed on my floor. Eventually I gave up and flipped the lights on, grabbing a candle from my desk. I squinted out the window to see what my ghetto-ass Baltimore neighborhood looked like at 4:20 a.m. The streets were empty, except for some random-ass guy wearing a black robe and a giant, pointy black hat. He was staring up at me through the window. I couldn't really see his face. You know, Baltimore has really gone to the fucking dogs. First gang wars, now an updated KKK, for fuck's sake. I lit the candle and looked at my phone. I was supposed to knock on my bedroom door 66 times, the 66th knock timed at exactly 4:06 a.m., but since I fucked everything else up, I just did a shave and a haircut knock, and then walked into my hallway. My bedroom door is opposite the stairs, and looking down the dark stairwell was pretty spooky. I thought I saw something move on one of the lower steps. For the next step, I was supposed to close my eyes and walk forward while chanting mea culpa, mea culpa, mea culpa, which is Italian for my colpa, which is probably some kind of shitty Italian car. I tried to close my eyes and walk forward while talking about shitty Italian cars, but my cat, Fish Sticks, ran under my feet, and I ended up tripping over him and falling down the flight of stairs. At some point, the stupid fucking candle went out as I flailed down the stairs, but I was too concussed to care. I rolled up from the ground, groaning, and decided that I would just continue to go through the motions, which meant hiding in a closet waiting for the ghost to play hide-and-seek with me. I chose the kitchen pantry because I had opened up some potato chips in there, so I made my way back. As I stumbled, I heard several soft whispers behind me. I spun around, hoping that I was right about Fish Sticks knowing how to talk, but there was no one there. Except for this figure that was standing in the corner. He stopped, blinked, and it was gone. I really needed to lay off the Patron. As I honed in on the closet, the alcohol and concussion finally caught up with me, and I stumbled to a stop, doubling over, and vomiting watery Patron all over my kitchen floor. Fuck! My ass was landlord grass. The hellish combination of alcohol, concussion, post-vomit, and a looming eviction notice caused my emotions to go haywire, and I unleashed a violent sob, mucus and tears rivering down my face. I heard a noise outside of my kitchen. My eyes fell on the kitchen window when I spied that stupid gang member KKK dude in my backyard still staring at me. I must have looked like an idiot weeping in front of my kitchen pantry. Too ashamed to confront him, I just crawled into the pantry and shut the door. It was so cold in there it damn near froze my man-titties off. My air conditioner was probably broken. I definitely needed to call the landlord, but that would mean sedating Fish Sticks and stuffing him in a suitcase under my bed. At this point, I realized that I really needed to reevaluate my life. Maybe I shouldn't drink so much. Maybe I should give Fish Sticks to a good home. Maybe I should try and find a woman with intellect instead of trying to get laid on Tinder. Maybe I should move out of my shitty neighborhood where KKK people roam around at 4 o'clock in the fucking morning. After going through an entire exponential crisis in my pantry, I decided to say fuck it and end the stupid ritual. A Tinder girl wasn't even that hot anyway. Besides, I still had 70 more ritual things to complete, which included, but was not limited to, lighting 8 more candles, stabbing a Japanese doll, and spinning around in a circle while screaming, "You're it, you're it, you're it." This was all supposed to culminate in me going to my basement, sitting in front of a mirror, and looking into the mirror but not actually looking into it, which made absolutely no goddamn sense. As I got up to open my pantry door, I heard a low moan coming from behind the door. I froze, and I prayed to God it was not my landlord. I cracked open the door to see the gang member KKK guy standing in a kitchen staring at me. I finally got a good look at him. He definitely didn't have a face. I guess getting your face taken away is part of a gang ritual now. Whoopee! He didn't react to my presence. He just stared, as well as a guy with no face can stare. I didn't know how the hell to deal with gang members or faceless KKK members, so I just stared back. We did this for about 5 minutes before I slowly inched out of the kitchen and back upstairs. He turned to watch me as I went, but thankfully he didn't move. So after that, I went upstairs to my bathroom to take a shower, and now my fucking shower head is leaking, which I blame on this stupid fucking ritual. So if you guys know any good plumbers in the Baltimore area, I would really appreciate it.